Apparently, there's a lot of felons and broken backs at my job right now. I work in a warehouse and I've been seeing some crazy stuff lately. So let's get right into it, man. So, hey, number one, there's this guy, it's this ginger dude who used to work at my job, and he was gone for a good while. The first time he was gone, he got suspended because he was sick and he couldn't go to the hospital, even though he paid for his insurance. And he was so pissed off at work that he was basically just getting so angry at everybody. He was like, "Hoorah, hoorah, hoorah!" And this dude got suspended because the supervisors were like, "Hey, man, you're acting crazy. We can't have that." Right? So he got suspended. Well, he got over his sickness and he came back and he was like here for a little bit. And then literally less than a week later, he was gone again. And this time he was gone for like another week or two. And I'm thinking he got fired. I'm like, okay, so something happened to this guy. I hope he's okay. The thing is, I know the guy, not in real life, but he's a cool guy at work. So, we would say, "What's up? How's life?" And he has a kid on the way, right? So he comes back talking about, "Man, I got a felony, dog." And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, first of all, why do you say it so casually, like it's a happy occurrence? And the second thing, he had long hair. He cut all his hair off except for like the front part of his head, basically. And he looks like he has a bird haircut, like, like these Blue Jays where they have like the kind of anime type spike in the front of their head. He literally had a haircut like that. And at first I didn't even know who he was. I thought he was a new guy. Because when I say he had long hair, he had long curly hair that went down past his shoulders. So it's a whole different story to see this guy in a different light like that. I thought he was new. And you don't even usually see his face. Anyways, he comes back talking about, "Yeah, man, I got a felony, dog." And he's like, "Yeah, I had like 5 marshals just show up to my house just waiting for me. I went to go pick up my cats and they were waiting for me camping out my door." And I'm like, "Bro, what the hell did you do to get to that point though?" You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, it's one thing to have police staking out, but it's not police, it's the marshals in the military. I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, "Yeah, man. Yeah, I said the wrong thing to the wrong person." And yeah, that's how I went. And then I just had to ask. I was like, "Hey, you don't have to tell me every little thing, but is it your fault? Did whatever you do, is it your fault?" He's like, "Yeah. And I got to go to court, got to pay this lawyer like 4K, and hopefully they just give me 10 years, but I'm really looking at 20. And I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, this guy is just genuinely accepting the fact that he's cooked. And he's so happy about it. He's talking about, "Yeah, it's a new experience. I guess I'll have to find out what jail's like." And I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, you better start working out. Because I hate to say it, and I ain't really with that lifestyle, but he is the guy who I can see being used sexually in prison. So I'm kind of scared for him, I think that's why he cut his hair, actually, for real, because he did look a little just feminine in general, but a little feminine, not really, but in jail, probably a lot. So I can understand why he got the haircut that he got. He doesn't want to be desirable. Now it's kind of clicking in my head. So that's the first thing that happened, right? The second felony that we got that was active in my job in the warehouse was, so this is what I do, right? In my job, I load trucks. And that's like my whole, I built these shells that hold soda and we put it on the truck. We put it on the pallet, we wrap the pallet, we put it on the truck. That's my whole job. And I mark off what size shell that I'm putting on this truck. And so there's this other guy who does something similar. He works in an area, same area as me, but he like clocks people out and he actually decides like where these things go. And that's how he does it. I mean, I kind of do the same thing, but he does it he has more responsibility in that. So he has more power to send a truck to a certain area. But anyways, so that's what he does, right? This guy basically worked with me. We did our thing and then we got these trucks shipped out to different areas. Except for I just have the shells. I just have the empty shells. This guy can actually determine where an actual pallet of product goes. This guy literally, over the course of a couple of months, stole $26,000 worth of product to his address. And it is without a shadow of a doubt that he sold this stuff. So I work at Pepsi, and this guy was sending Pepsi to his house. Pallets of Pepsi. One pallet of Pepsi can easily be $1,000 or more. It just depends on the size, but there's no Pepsi for $1. There's no such thing as that anymore. The only people who probably get Pepsi for $1 is us because they still sell it back to us. It's pretty crazy, but hey, whatever. So yeah, this guy was doing that, right? And he was literally getting pallets to his house. And I know he was reselling it. The summer's coming up. I'm sure he had big plans, but he got caught up, bro. So he got suspended like literally this week. And then over the course of, it's funny because I'm over here thinking like he's a good guy. And the funny thing is there was people thinking that me and this guy had beef. because we had one small disagreement. And the disagreement was quite literally just, oh yeah, dude, so you're parked in the way, can you move? That's all I asked. But he parks in the way often, and I asked him, can he move? And I'm trying to get my work done, I'm busy, so I don't really have time for that. But I don't ask it in a disrespectful way in any shape or form. I just say, hey bro, can you watch out? I just say watch out. I was like, hey, can you move your jack please? And then he was like, look man, I'm trying to help you, and you trying to help me? And I'm like, oh yeah, but you could have parked over there, And I just said, I only feel like I had to say something because you sounded hecka defensive. In reality, you really could have just parked in that space and been out of the way, but you chose to park in the way. And that's it. That was it. That was nothing. It wasn't even a real argument, And it actually ended there. It actually literally no more words were said at that point. And then some people was like, oh man, you beefing with bro? You over here squared up with bro? I'm like, square up? I was sitting down. Like, what do you mean? Like, these people are taking things all the way out of context. They hear two words and they think I'm fighting. And I'm just like, bro, what is wrong with you people? But, so they thought that we had beef. And then I find out he got suspended. And I didn't know about the whole stealing product yet, right? So I'm thinking like, dude, there are people actually, like, did he get suspended because people said that me and him had beef? Is that really what just happened? Because I already told people, no, we don't. Mind your business, honestly. But yeah, I thought that's what happened. So I'm thinking like they're doing him dirty and stuff. I'm like, dude, man, this is not cool, bro. This is not cool. And then I find out he was loading the truck wrong. And the thing is, I load trucks. And the funny thing is, I loaded the truck wrong my first day. So I'm like, if anybody should be suspended, I should be suspended because I loaded the truck wrong, and to the point to where the truck had to come back and we had to strip the whole truck and then put it back in the correct way. So if anyone should be suspended, it's me. But that's not what happened. I found out, he was stealing all kinds of stuff. 26K. That dude is in prison. He's going to, maybe he's not because it's actually been that soon. It's that current right now. But he's going to prison, bro. That is a felony, right? And then the crazier thing is I found out that this guy was he just got out of prison once before for selling hard drugs. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. You never know who you're around for real, bro. But hey, as long as they're not doing that dirty stuff, honestly, it's just a bad profession, honestly, because it really just tears up the community. There's really no grace for that kind of stuff. I'm not going to sit here and say, as long as you're not doing it here, as long as you don't sell the kids. No, honestly, hard drugs are just like kind of the bane of society in the sense of it doesn't help you. Like, like if you do crack, dude, as a man, your pee-pee will shrink like permanently. The reason I know is because one of my dad's friends tried to get him to do crack. Like literally, he was like, man, this stuff's amazing, man. And my dad was like, so tell me the bad part, because you keep on talking about all this good stuff, but what about the bad part? And then he was like, yeah, kind of makes your stuff shrink. And I'm like, no, I'm not losing a centimeter. But let's just leave it at that. Oh yeah, bro. So yeah, crazy stuff's been going down, bro. 2 felonies in not too long. Now we're going to talk about that broken back stuff I was just speaking of earlier, right? So the whole broken back, no one's back is actually broken, but some people's back is actually freaked up right now, right? And I mean, like, legit, like 4 people at bare minimum have been hurt within the past 2 weeks. And that's pretty freaking crazy, because before that, we literally have this 30-day safe thing, right? If we get 30 days safe, then we can go eat. We can get to eat whatever, like barbecue, chicken, whatever we want, pizza, whatever, And the thing is, we have been 30 days safe, and then we were 18 days safe after that. So we were literally 48 days safe. And then I guess on the 48th day, bro, shit started going down. I'm talking about people were getting hit, pallets were falling on people, and I'm just like, the list goes on. So the one person that I'm thinking about the most right here, right? There's this guy who's literally just like a big African dude, super strong. He goes to the gym, and he's like 6'5", probably. Anyways, so I'm riding a mid-rider jack, electric jack, and I'm turning the corner and I honk my horn. You're supposed to do that. And then I go, and he's trying to he's talking to somebody, and then I pass him up, and then as I pass him, he wants to kind of catch up to me and pass me and kind of put me in like a really weird position, right? It's just a dangerous position, honestly. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is he gets hit by another guy, a temporary guy actually. And this guy, dude, I didn't see it, but I heard it. And I heard boom. In all seriousness, I thought he ate that for real, for real. And I saw him smiling like it was no big deal. And I'm thinking he's cool. He keeps going and he goes with that day, and that's it. And later on, apparently he's over here like, yeah, I am fucked up. Like his midsection. Because basically the mid rider had hit his mid rider, and then his mid rider, a part of it, he's so tall that it hit the inside of his leg and messed his back up and his leg at the same time. So I'm like, you got hit that hard. That sucks, dog. And I gotta mention that the guy who hit him was acting like he barely tapped him. That's literally what he said. He was like, I barely tapped him in the meeting, because I didn't actually, like I said, I didn't see it. But anyways, the dude who hit him said that stuff. And I'm thinking like, okay, so not a big deal, but this guy's limping. I wonder why he's limping. And come to find out, I put two and two together, and that guy hit him hard as crap. And that's just one person. There's many other people. So like I said, a pallet has fallen on one other guy, and then on top of that, some other guy got hit by another mid rider, but I forget exactly what happened. But then this other guy basically had, like, I guess already had like hypertension, high blood pressure, and I guess he was just working too hard and not stretching enough, not eating healthy, and he like literally pulled something, like pulled a muscle or pinched a nerve. That's what he said, pinched a nerve. So now he can't even like bend over properly. They're just working too hard. And the funny thing is, dude, when we have these meetings before our shift, right? Pre-shift meeting, and there was this guy, it was all about safety. They're like, make sure that you bend at your knees, not your back, make sure you do things the right way. And then this one guy, the thing is, this one guy said, hey, to hit the numbers that you want us to hit, we literally have to break those safety rules. And I swear on everything, right after that, people started dropping like flies. And I'm not even joking. But the thing is, it's true, but it's not. It's really not. What it really is, it's a team effort. You have to pick on the palette and a level pick, in the sense of don't just pick what's convenient. Like pick that whole entire layer of product until that layer is gone, and then pick the next layer. But people will pick whatever's convenient for them, because there's tall people and short people and mid people, and in the job, and they just do whatever they need for that whatever they want for that moment. And some people doing that staircase picking stuff will actually make it to where a pallet is more likely to fall on you, or that you're more likely to reach really far. Because if you staircase pick and the actual product resembles a staircase, eventually someone's going to have to pick that very top one. You have to. And the reason is because you just, like, it's like the way that the staircase is layered, they're tied together in a sense like a shoelace kind of a thing, or it's kind of like Jenga. Like eventually you're going to have to pick that top layer, and or hit that one area to where it's the most dangerous area, and you're probably going to lose the game. And that's how it is. It's Jenga, but it's real life. And if you happen to be that one person who has to pick that top palette, that top product on that palette, then it could either fall on you, or you could just be reaching so far that you actually hurt yourself and pinch your nerve for real. So that's what happens to some people. So we got some felonies, and we got people just getting hurt. And now yeah, we're not getting any food. I just had to let it pause right there. We're not getting any food. So that's one thing. But there's a lot of messed up people. And the funny thing is, the area that I work at, I only get my own help for me, and then one other guy who sometimes is able to help, but usually he's busy with his own job. But people helping in my area, it means that they are on light duty. And if they are on light duty, they can only do certain things like my job, which is like grab empty shells and then put them on the pallet. So I've been getting a lot of help lately, and I've been needing a lot of help. But like the prerequisite conditions to getting help means someone has to get hurt. That's messed up, bro. So yeah, man, it's been going down on my job, man. Felonies and hurt people. But man, with that being said, that is actually the video. I just wanted to share some of that with you guys. And once again, man, we are at 124 subscribers, guys. I appreciate you guys for pulling up, man. Thank you very much, because at the end of the day, that's cool with me. My friend Amari X Games actually made me want to use this YouTube channel as like an outlet to talk about life, because I saw him do it and he got an explosive growth. And I don't have explosive growth, but that's okay. I got my people here, man. I got a lot of people who really watch my videos on a regular basis, and I appreciate that, guys. But until the next time, I'm going to go ahead and log out so the video isn't crazy long. Man, peace out, you guys. Have a great, wonderful day.